So for our check-ins, let's be sure to do a statement that we all understand that this is not upfront pay. All right, so I'll start. I'm a 2.5. I've been working on the final payment calculations, the payroll calculations. I've been dealing with all the finances and the payroll. I've been dealing with the taxes. I've been dealing with the assets. I've been dealing with the government compliance, and the list goes on and on and on. Been pretty busy. Also back from traveling. Overall, I think it's important to do this statement that basically that I understand that the team was terminated and that I'm not getting any upfront pay for this. We technically could get we can't get back pay either because there's no budget. So we technically could get just normal jurisdictional equity if someone actually did the work, but maybe we'll appoint get agreement on a new team that can actually focus on work and doing our value tracking. So we shall see. Check. Oh, and also I'm really thankful for everyone being here, and I do believe we can make a lot of progress today and just see where we're going with everything. Check.
Who's next, please?
I'll go next. Okay. Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, go on. Go ahead.
Oh, at 3, looking forward to have a fruitful session.
And can you do your statement?
Yes. I understand this session is not upfront pay and can be technically equity or jurisdiction only if someone do the work.
Cool.
Next, Jeremy.
Okay, I am at 3. I'm glad to join after so long. I'm happy to be here, and I just came to see how the team is doing, what's going on, and yeah, how the team is doing, and what I can help.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the team's not doing great. We are basically dissolving the team and seeing if any people are interested in creating a new team, and we're doing final payments and all that. So it's difficult times, to say the least. But let's go on to Sandra. Sandra? Oh, Jeremy, do you want to do your statement? Jeremy, you still there? Sandra, Mamoon, Abu Bakar.
I understand the session is not upfront pay.
Cool. Mamoon, Sandra, Abu Bakar.
Yeah, I understand the session is not on fraud fee also.
You want to check in?
Yeah, I'm at 2.5. looking forward to the session. Would like to get an update on what's happening for the past 1 month.
Mamoon, Sandra? Looks like we lost Sandra. Mamoon, are you still here?
I lost Sandra.
Hey, Mamoon? All right, let's send a message. So, Sandra. Wait, who came on? Sandra, are you there? I guess not. All right.
So can I check in now?
Yes, please check in, Sandra.
Okay. I'm on 2.5. For the past 1 month, I've not been doing anything, observing my health condition. I just hope we arrive at a good condition or good state on how to
Can
run
anyone hear
the
me?
team. Overall, I'm just looking forward for a good session tonight.
Cool. And do you want to do your statement that you understand this is not upfront pay?
What?
Can you do a statement to verify that you understand that there's no upfront pay since the team was, and there's no upfront pay or back pay, right?
Okay. What statement are we making, please? I'm not aware of statement.
Just saying like that you understand. I understand that there's no upfront pay for this session.
Okay, I understand that there's no upfront pay attached to this session.
Cool. Thank you. Mamoon, yes, we
Okay.
could hear you. Do you want to check in?
Yes. At 3. Um. Look forward to the session for the final agreement. Check.
You want to do your statement?
Yeah. I am willing to work on equity, only equity for this session or for the work. Check.
Cool. All right. And we only get equity if someone does the work, but we can certainly track our involvement. So let's go on to some roles. Does anyone want to help with facilitation? I certainly am willing to help. We have note taking. I can do. I can get.
Timekeeper.
Okay, Sandra's going to do some timekeeping. Or timekeeping. Sandra, I put the human type timekeeping on. We have that. I'm helping out with the video. If anyone wants to help out with that, storytelling could be helpful.
Notes taking.
What, Sandra?
I said I will call it join on the notes taking.
I help with note taking. Okay, great. Sandra. Okay. All right. Does anyone want to help with the facilitation in case things?
Yes, I will help on facilitation.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
We'll get started with the question. All right. Okay, so we finished our check-ins. We have some initial roles. So let's go into our topic. We don't have any deadlines, so there's lots of potential topics. Okay, over here. So I'll go over all the ones that I have listed, but if anyone has any topics they want to suggest, this is a great time to suggest them. Okay, no topics. All right. So I'll put the
In
topic.
my opinion, my topic is options and agreement.
What was it, Mamoon?
Options,
Options for what?
final payment,
Okay, yeah. So payroll, final payment, right? Final payment. Cool. Those include options and steps. All right. So any other topics that anyone wants to add? All right.
What
So we have.
about the new system, the new structure for those who want to continue? Do you have such thing?
Okay. So there's two things related to structure. There's actually there's three parts to structure. We have the evaluation, right, of current structure. And then we have, I guess, I would say the budget, right? Budget and new team moving forward, right? So the budget is the most important thing for the new team, but we could also discuss,
Yeah.
structure changes and improvements, et cetera, and that also relates to the UMCUS budget proposal. And then the third structure is understanding the ownership structure. If there's questions regarding like, what does it mean to be an owner? What does it mean to not have a team, et cetera, et cetera. So there's three structural components. Any other topics that anyone wants to propose or suggest?
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3.
For now, we are good.
Together. 1, 2,
The
3.
number one topic is final payment. I think that will help us. This is what hold the team down, maybe. Yeah, I think we
Now
are
we can
good.
go over the other topics here. So like we said, we have the budget, UMCUS, responsibility for work, and deadlines. This is basically who is responsible for payroll and payments, right? Payroll and calculations, right? How far back should we do payroll? Do we want to do 2 months, 2 months, 6 months, 10 months, 12 months, 4 years, right? So that could be helpful to getting clarity on how far back we want to go. Methodology is, agreement on methodology. That the worker terms would be agreement on worker terms, management evaluation of the current structure. So this would be doing our March 31st evaluation as agreed for the new structure. Open discussion, just like we could just do like open space for everyone to communicate. So we could always do like an open discussion. And I think I already went over the ownership structure. Then we had the scheduling the owner session and scheduling official membership session. So this would be just like, um, official scheduling. So this would be official scheduling. So, but this one would be like, is Andromeda Hour 2 the best time for everyone? So we could do any time that people wanted to for our next session. So I think it would be important to make sure we have a schedule that works for everybody if this time is not a good time. All right, so, but you wanted to start with the payroll and final payment discussion, is that what you're saying?
Yes, for sure. You have to can start with final payment.
How long? Maybe 12 to 24 minutes?
Yep. Maybe it can be more. We don't can do view up.
All right. So, are there
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
any objections to our first topic? Right. Do we have anyone else who needs to check in? Click here. No, we got everybody. I couldn't hear that. So, do we have any objections to our first topic to get focused on the payroll final payment? Maybe go through like a status update, and options, next steps, etc.
No objection.
Can anyone understand, Sandra?
Yeah, she said
Yes, I
no.
understand that. No, I said no objection from me.
All right, so no objections. Okay, so let's go on to topic number 1. So I guess I'll start with like a status update. So we have a lot of documents for this, starting with our final team payment work organizing spreadsheet. We've got all of the estimates. And then we've also started with the verification. So the verifications are options 16 and 17. So we've completed the two, oh I know, almost completed the two last moon months. This was the 165 and 45. And if you look at this, the only things that are not completed and updated for the verification is related to reimbursement. So it's name,
I
no,
want to
and
leave it to sleep.
what, Sandra?
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
Okay, so I couldn't hear Sandra, but why don't we go ahead and take a break for 5 minutes, and then when we come back, we can finish our status update. But I guess I'll just finish really quick just to get the current status on the calculation. So we're only missing for 165 and 45, we're only missing verification for NameNote and Gloria's reimbursement updates. So they were not happy with the reimbursements and they wanted more reimbursement. So that was not finalized and verified. And then for the overall options, we definitely completed the 6 months of verification. And then we got started on the reconciliation, but not verified yet. So that is still not done. And this goes to 10 months. 10 months. Have not started anything beyond. Okay, so let's take a 5-minute break and then we come back. We can discuss like next steps and what we want to do moving forward on the final payment. All right, a 5-minute break.
newspaper. So, say you want people to come in. You want to work, you for this. What? So what? It doesn't my class.
All right. So let's get started again. I went over sort of like the status update, all the links. The other thing to mention here is that there are two other topics that I would suggest that we can also talk about, which is responsibility for the work. We could also set a deadline for the work. And then like how far back we should go. So for example, we could say, okay, we can go back 4 years or whatever, but we could set a deadline and say, okay, the verification for all of these years needs to happen by X deadline. Otherwise, we move forward with what we got, you know? So that's something we could go over in this topic, or we could do a separate topic for that.
No, this include in this topic, right?
Sure. But basically, the question would be, you know, the proposal would be proposal that, oh no, let's look at options, right? So options for who would be responsible for the work. This would be, for example, option one could be whoever wants to pay, right? So basically, if we have no team, there's no one to do the work, there's no one paid to do the work, As owners, we're all equal, so maybe one option would be, okay, whoever wants to get more money would be responsible to do the work. Alternatively, it could be, I don't know, all ownership. I don't know what that would mean. Option 3 could be maybe hire a team to do work. So, there's lots of different options, something else in terms of who and how work would happen for this. And then obviously we could set a deadline. Right. So for example, we know now that we have the last 2 months pretty much completed. We've got the last 6 months pretty much completed. What is not verified and completed is the reconciliation, which goes back 10 months. So we could set a date that said, okay, the reconciliation or however much of the reconciliation will get completed by X date. And then if not, then we go with what is completed. But if we look at the options for how far back we go, one option would be 2 months, right? We could just do the 2 months first and then go to the next level. Option 2 could be the 6 months. Option 3 could be the 10 months, right? Option 4 would be the 12 months, and then you have option 5, which would be 2 years. Option 6, 3 years, and I think we have proposals for going back 4 years. So let's say we said, okay, we just want to do 6 months and we want to screw the rest of it. Because obviously the more time you go back, the more work there is to verify, right? So if we want to go for speed and we say, okay, we just want to do option 2, 6 months, we have to remember that it's possible that we could try to push the 6 months, but it might not be agreed upon, right? Because if the majority wants to do the 10 months and they want to get this reconciliation done for the 10 months, then they can prevent the 6 months being approved, in which case it makes more sense to just go with the 10 months, right?
Jay, 6 months, does it mean 6 months bonus or something, or 6 months equity? I don't understand.
We're all talking about upfront payment. So this is final payroll, upfront payroll, final payment.
So why
this would
should
be
we
line
take Jay?
number 18.
My question is,
Line number
so
18 has the 6 months already calculated.
okay, Jay. So Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we already got paid from previous years, even last 2 months back. So why should we reconciliation the upfront pay for 6 months, 10 months, 1 year, 4 year? Why? We already paid. These are
Because that's
paid
being
months.
proposed, right? So the majority proposed it and agreed to it. So that includes Tay and Joyce and others that pushed and proposed to do the reconciliation going back 10 months, as well as going back 6 months for all the bonuses and everything for upfront pay.
No. Bonus is different. You said bonus is different.
No, this is all bonus. All of it's bonus, which is why there's UMCUS involved, right? So the only part of any of this that's not really bonus is it's a pretty small amount, but under our current calculations, we have $217
Bonus.
and $472 for 165 base. So we can go ahead and pay 400, 500, 600, almost $700 of base pay without bonuses, right? But we've already paid $1,275 of back pay, so that was never approved. So that payment that's already been paid, the $1,275, is way more than the $700 of new pay, right? So it kind of cancels itself out. So that's all. So all we're talking about is basically bonus pay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've already paid everybody the money for the actual client work.
It's too much time that it never expired. I think I thought, yeah.
Who is that, Sandra? Oh no, who's that? Is that Sandra? Is anyone here?
Huh? I never even tested it. I just be as I open it.
Did anyone understand what it said?
No, can you just go ahead?
Anyway, so going back to your question, Mamoon, this is all bonus. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or 99% of it's